What up, what up, what up? We are back with a special episode of the Art of Hustle podcast. Hannah, what's up?
How's it going?
We got a special episode today.
Do we? Tell me about it. What's going on?
Hannah, who do we have in the building sitting next to us right now?
We have the
Whoa.
Bobby Grover.
What's up?
Bobby Grover, welcome to our podcast. Bobby Grover owns Thump Coffee here in Bend, Oregon, also located in Colorado. So super excited for this episode as we get talking about why we're having guests on. We're getting kind of all community members, business owners, city council. A lot of people want to build community. So we are working on a project called Lift the City, and it all starts here with the Bobby Grover.
Well, that's some pressure.
Hey, pressure. We like putting a little bit of pressure on this little podcast we have going. And how you doing today?
Good.
It's
Taking a deep breath.
It's a Wednesday morning sitting here. Bobby, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Had the workout and everything.
Nice. Bobby, you nervous at all?
Not really.
Not really. Do you get nervous?
Yeah, I do.
What makes you nervous?
A rare fish that I have one crack at.
Yeah.
To make a cast and I might blow it.
So you're a big fisherman.
Yeah.
Fisher guy.
Yeah.
What is it about fishing that you enjoy doing?
Oh, everything, man. Yeah. The technique, the difficulty. Yeah. It just takes me away from everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your safe zone. Yeah.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, Bobby and I know each other for almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
Since Hannah and I moved to Bend, Oregon, and just knowing Bobby, he is a leader known for his craft, consistency, and community, but also loves hard work and suffering. I call it. Bobby, let's take it back. Let's take it back. Thump Coffee. Talk to us about the beginning stages of owning, operating, bringing Thump Coffee to Bend, Oregon. Inspiration, the why. Just share a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I'm shocked as anyone that knows me that I'm in the coffee business, but it goes back to I was raised in Oregon in a logging family and grew up having to work out in the woods for my whole life. Short story is, had an accident, sent me off to college and living in some crazy places, and just that early struggle, putting myself through school and getting out and trying different things, and a coffee opportunity from a guy I grew up with kind of landed in my lap, and gave it 100% and ended up really liking the idea of serving our community and serving people, and I didn't realize you can make a difference in someone's life with a 30-second interaction. And it was funny because yesterday I was driving home from fishing on 2 hours sleep. I got 2 hours sleep the night before last.
Oh, wow.
And
Suffering. Talk about suffering.
Yeah. Woke up at 4 a.m, went fishing, had a great day, by the way.
Nice.
And then, I was driving home from Biggs over this way, and kind of one eye in it, hanging the head out the window, that kind of thing, I got to stay awake.
I'm telling your wife, Bobby.
Yeah, no. Anyway, I was just super tired and just kind of groggy, and literally, and then you got 5 o'clock traffic on 97, and I was just like, I'm a little irritated right now, to say the least, and kind of I was just in that, I just want to be home. And literally this Suburban passed me, and there's a little girl in the back, and she looked over at me and smiled. It was the sweetest smile I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, yeah. And it was just, I couldn't help but smile back, dude.
Yeah.
That was it. And she doesn't know this. She changed the rest of my day.
That's powerful.
I got to get home and be happy and hang out with the wife. We had game night last night, and just had to change the attitude. Yeah, I took a cold shower and just slammed a Red Bull and let's go.
I'm back to it.
So yeah, back to it. So yeah, I mean those little interactions. So when somebody walks in a cafe, just a simple smile, hey, we're stoked to see you. and we get to serve coffee, something people can't wait to have in the morning. And you got to find the right people to do that. And so, so back to my story, I did this coffee business that's very popular. And I sold out in 2006 and started a roasting company, did a wholesale roasting company. And I had a non-compete. So after 3 years, I bought a cafe downtown Bend called Thump Coffee and used that to, just make a difference in the community. And I mean, you see a lot of people, and that's always been at the top of my I have to put that in the forefront, right? The community, the people. That's the why, right? Is the culture, the people. So,
yeah.
And then and so it's grown from there. We have a store in Colorado, and 3 here. So, but everything we do, from baking pastries, you're always thinking about that end result when you hand it to somebody, the look on their face. So whether it's the, speed, quality, customer service, every part of that is an experience that can make a difference in someone's day. And if one of those things is wrong, it could take away from that. So we really focus on that end result, and what you do now, you see later in results. So you get people that keep coming back, and you just grow the community, and we keep that is our why, right? So
that's awesome.
What does your training process for employees look like to keep that? How do you make sure that you nurture that?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's really hard to train somebody that wants to make a difference in the world. So we try to find unique qualities in people that really that is what they want to do. Okay. And so, I used to ask the question, do you think you can change somebody's life by serving a cup of coffee? Mm. And anybody who was cynical on that, and I don't know. Right. I was like, I want them to believe it in their eyes. You could see it in their eyes. Like, yeah, I can. Yeah. So, I mean, that's, our training, not training, but interviewing process is way different now, but we know what questions to ask, and if people could relate to what we do. Yeah. So we find those people that really think and believe that they can, and Cornelius knows that want to, that don't have that victim mindset, that really believe that they can make a difference. Yeah. So, and they'll go do it.
So it sounds like that growth mindset has to be a part of that. It intuitive does. Part of who you hire.
Yeah, it's accountability. Like, everything's my fault, right? So it's like, what could I have done to change that outcome? Yeah. If you have a whole crew of people thinking like that, it's an awesome place to work. You know what I mean?
That's culture right there.
That's culture. Yeah.
That's winning culture. Yeah. So obviously you've had enough experience, enough locations, trials, tribulations to get to this point. Mm-hmm. What were those early days of quote unquote failing, or that process to get to this point, right? I think just a world now we live in, instant gratification. Mm-hmm. We want the highlight reel. We want the big thing now. Yeah. We want the home run with the Hail Mary. Yeah. Let's go back to that initial part, the 1% of the time, small wins. Yeah. Small fails, learning and growing. What was that process like for you early in business?
Rough. Rough. Yeah, man. I mean, I spent countless nights sleeping in the roastery, roasting coffee, and couldn't figure out, what I'm doing wrong. Throwing whole pallets of coffee away because I thought I screwed it up roasting, when in actuality, the coffee turned. It just it's an agricultural product, so it went bad, but I'm not going to serve that. So, like literally tasting it, roasting it again, tasting it, roasting it. What's going on here? And learning the hard way. Different styles of leadership. Being everybody's friend, and then like it's just a learning process.
Absolutely.
So, what would you say right now is your leadership style? Now that you've been in it for a while.
I've learned it's like, definitely honesty
Okay.
And you definitely have to lead by example, but like also your tolerance, right? If you set your expectations and communicate those well, because great leaders, they're not just managing, you're not just leading by example, but they're also managing that tolerance level. Like, what is our standard? You have to have everybody believing in this minimum standard, this like, and hold everybody accountable to that. And what's awesome about our people is they hold each other accountable to that, right? They are totally sold, on our why. They believe it, but that started from the get-go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Where do you see like the impact that you've made into Bend, Oregon through a cup of coffee?
Oh,
Right? Like you have the cafes, but how's that extended out to other parts of the community?
yeah. I think not only with like our daily customers that come in, like I mean, think about the girl smiling at me, right? I mean, that benefited my wife and the people I was with last night. Because I could have been just sitting there whining about how tired I was. I really, and I had a good excuse. Yeah, totally.
You're a big whiner.
Yeah, you know that about me. Yeah. So, yeah. But like, she literally, one smile turned that around for the rest of the people that I came in contact with that day. So you think about that, right? You smile at 400 people and every morning.
Yeah.
Or just make a difference. Acknowledge them. Let them know that you see them and they're welcome. I always tell people, like, I want people when they walk through the door to feel like you're coming home to your mom's house, right? When she opens the door, it's like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. Like that's the vision, right? Like people come in, they forget what they're thinking about that day, just for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that could literally change the pace, the direction, the vector of their day, So, yeah. So that, and then we believe in like, youth athletics, and so we put a lot of money and time into that, whether it's coaching or developing a program or giving back or whatever it is, but like youth learning these things early, because I learned them so hard, the hard way, right? I've bumped my head, and it's like you can never give more than you receive. And it's all, and my dad always told me, you be worth more than you're being paid, and not for me, not for the business owner, but for you, right? And that's I've watched us have no money and my dad give a car away. I'm going, what?
That doesn't make much sense, yeah.
At the time, right?
Yeah.
So,
but there's a deeper meaning behind that.
There is, and like, there's no amount of money that can make you feel that good. And so it's like, yeah. So if you keep that at the forefront, that giving heart, that it's like the rest takes care of itself. Every time I've focused on money and wealth or my success or power or anything like that, for some reason I fail, because at some point it's not important enough. I think giving to other people, and that never gets old. And I feel like there's so much echo, there's so much waves that go forward from that. So so money, I spend it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, it's just at
Nothing
some point it's
yeah.
not worth it. It's worth it all the time, every time.
So how old are you, Bobby?
51.
Oh, wow, you're getting up there. But to the 32-year-old or the, fresh out of college, somebody climbing corporate ladder, right, that are the money, right, chasing the money, the higher title, the higher status. What's your advice to those people, right, after you've experienced 51 years of life, right? And how do you mentor them, encourage them? What's some advice that you give to them?
Find your why. Find your why, and why you exist. What do you want people to say at your funeral, about you? That he had a lot of money? Okay, well, go do that. But I guarantee you that you will change that later. But I say, find your why and put that towards anything you do. Like, I could be successful sweeping floors if I go there, sweep them the best they've ever had, but I mop them too, and I wipe the baseboards. Right? People will hire me back, and they'll pay me more. But if I keep my why, I want to stoke these people. I want these people in their face walks in this room to be like, wow, he didn't just sweep the floors. That guy's awesome, right? So you will never have to worry about a job or money if that's your intent, right? But if it's just the money, then I'm going, well, I swept your floors. Where's my money? Can I come back? Sure. But I guarantee you the guy that wipes the baseboards is coming back and doesn't leave a speck of dirt, right? So that's in anything you do. So whether it's, just sweeping floors to, accounting to whatever it is, it's like, be worth more than you're being paid. Go further. The extra mile is the loneliest mile in the world. So, yeah.
Bobby, wait, I wonder, you have kids, right? What are the ages?
23, 21, and 17.
Okay. How do you, right there, what you just talked about, how do you teach them that?
They don't listen to me.
He just has a lonely road over your head.
Yeah. No, they I think through osmosis and like just being around, it's like I have a famous saying at my house, because I am not a micromanager. I'm just not. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible manager of humans. But
that's why I love you, Bobby.
Yeah, and I have a saying, and it's okay. I just say okay, and that means something. Stuff's gonna hit the fan, right? I mean, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm like, yeah, okay, go do that. See what happens.
Just wait.
If I give them advice, and they argue with me, I just say, oh, okay, go do that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know the hard road, right, and what it does to you, but I mean, sometimes the easy road doesn't work.
Yeah.
Ooh, dive into that. Talk about the easy road, and talk about our current society as far as trying to take away suffering and make things easy and comfortable.
Yeah. When I give talks, I'm always looking at South Sister, and I know guys that run up it, because they've embraced this. Yeah, one of my really good friends runs up that thing, and I just like, I did that, I come off for a week, but and we look at the mountain, and I'm like, who here wants to climb that thing? And you get everybody raises their hand. I do. I'm like, oh really? Do you think it'd be hard? And they're like, yeah, it'd be hard. Do you think there would be physical pain? Yeah. Do you think you'd want to quit? Yes. What's so fun about that? Why do you want to do that? And I'm like, so when are you going to be happy here? And they're like, oh, when we get to the top. And I'm like, oh, cool, because I got a bus parked outside. Let's just go to the top and be happy. And you see 1,000 light bulbs go off, right? About, oh, wait, no, it is that climb. It is the things that are uncommon that make people happy. I think we have a negative relationship with suffering and adversity in life. I mean, you're physical. I mean, you and I work out and
pain.
Yeah, it's pain.
Embracing
right?
pain.
But when have you ever got done with it and went, I wish I didn't do that? Besides when I hurt my knee.
Yeah, that one time. That was a big one.
Yeah, besides that one. But when have we ever got done and said, dang it, I shouldn't have woke up this morning and done that? Never. Never. And so and you can't see growth without that. You can't just wish that you had bigger arms. I mean, you can't. You can't wish that you would get in shape. You have to do it. And guess what? It's going to be hard. And guess what? You're not going to get instant results. So what you do now, that's what I say, echoes later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That long game, putting a lot of work over time. Yeah. Adds up.
Yeah. I'm gonna give that quote to John. He's our general manager. And he kind of summed up what I was saying by saying that the other day. It's like, what we do now, the results are going to be 6 months from now. What our success now was from what we did 6 months ago. you know, because, you know, a few bad services, a few bad times that's, you know, people come back and they're like, oh, and people stop coming, you know, and, you know, if you're consistent now and you grow that, you know, that's going to affect you 6 months later. I mean, same thing with working out, same thing with everything, right? The work you put in now, which is front loaded, is you're not going to see it for a year or two. You know, starting a business is not easy. You know, it's sleeping in the roastery. It's, you know, wondering where your next meal's coming from, that kind of thing. But I think, you know, telling that to young people, if they know that early, gosh, man, I wish they could just know that. You know, it's not, I can retake the test. No, study for the test now. Then you won't have to take it again later, you know? So.
Yeah. Something we talk about is this lift the city concept and having these conversations of self-growth, growth mindset, embracing the pain, embracing the process of becoming, and going right to the youth and instilling this. And just special shout out to Bobby. We're in the studio right now, and our next few episodes will be sponsored by Thump Coffee. So thank you for this. This is awesome. But, you know, Hannah's getting off here to coach volleyball at Trinity Lutheran and develop a program. And, you know, I've talked about developing a youth movement program, right? For kids in sports and just generally. I think everybody needs to move their body as young as possible in a safe community. How do you extract this information, put it into programs, and see those ripple effects in the community?
Yeah.
Obviously, you had Thump Lacrosse, and you had a platform there where you had an organization that helped the youth with sports. But generally speaking, with this new age of kids and technology and screens and parents, you know, distracted with all these things in our community, what's the message to the kids to help them understand themselves as early as possible in a healthy way?
You know, like what's interesting, right, is, you know, I said, you know, find why early, right? If you set expectations, whether it be a volleyball team or your work, you set expectations early and tell them why they're doing it. I mean, have you ever sat in math class and go, why am I learning this? When am I ever going to use this, right? But if you knew why,
I could apply it. Yeah.
You could, you go, oh, okay, I get it. This is going to help me later.
Yep.
And so before I coach a team, you know, this is why we're doing it. This is why we exist. Thump exists to transform the lives through the power of its craft. Thump exists to transform the lives of people through the power of its craft. So that's why we're doing everything we do, just transform lives. And you know, and everything lines up behind that. So if you apply that to a volleyball team, you know, what are you trying to learn? And you've focused everything on that, and you explain why we're doing what we're doing. You know, you ask kids, what do you want out of this? You want to win a state championship? All right, you know that's going to take hard work. You tell me, do you think you can get there by sitting down? No, we got to jump the highest, run the fastest, pass the perfect, set perfect. You know, it's like, you know, and you're going to make your mistakes, but you know, we need to work harder than everybody in order to do that. So, you know, I think communicating that and setting a standard and tolerance level, right? What is our standard, and what do we accept and what don't we? And focus on that. I think you're, you know, you teach people how to work, reach a goal, and you may fail, and that's fine. But you've learned a lot, and you've gotten better, and it's measurable. So,
are you looking for a coaching position?
I've done it too long. But yeah, there's some people out there laughing that are listening to this, but yeah, no, not right now. There's too much. I want to fish every once in a while.
2 hours of sleep, fishing trips.
Yeah.
Where do you see Bend at as a community right now? Obviously, you've been here a long time and seen a lot of growth. Yeah. And then COVID hit. You've been here for a long time. So where do you see it now, and where do you see it growing into?
Yeah. That's a tough question, because I'm not a planner. Even though I say those things, there's a few things that I focus on. You know, I know if I give 100% right now to whatever set before me, I can't control, you know, what's going on in our town, but I can affect it, you know, people around me. I just would hope that you know, that we look at what we want and what we want changed, or what we want to stay, because I think Bend is a unique place right now. And I feel like, yeah, we have to preserve that and become a community. You know, sometimes, you know, Bend is an awesome place, and I get why people say it's their playground, but, you know, what are you doing to make it a better place? What are you bringing to the table when you move here, or when you know, when you can't just come and take from the table and expect it to stay the same. You know, what are you giving back to the community? That's my first question to everybody. So what are you doing? You know, like, how you giving back? How you making Bend better by you existing? You know, and it's something to think about. And it's not like a challenge. Like, people could do whatever they want, and I'm stoked with that, right? I'm not the police at all, but yeah. So yeah, I think you just need to ask yourself, if like you're receiving all this stuff, but what are you doing in return? You know, how have you earned the right to have a voice? I think, you know. So
how do you see Ben becoming better or elevated? Or
man, I the first thing that popped in my head is that little girl smiling at me.
Oh.
You know, honestly, like, gosh, it was powerful, man. Super powerful. Yeah, a smile. You know, and you know, maybe I won't, you know, get mad at traffic so much. And I'm terrible. Oh, my wife hates me. Yeah. So like, yeah, I think that makes it a better place, you know. Be kind.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if everybody was kind. Back to what I said earlier, is that, you know, be accountable. You know, like make sure you're, you know, carrying your weight. And because I mean, you know, we use this thing in you know, kind of this warrior mindset. And in one of our interview questions is this warrior mindset about, like, you know, and I think of the Navy SEAL buds teams, you know, doing the boat races, carrying the raft, and the raft has water in it, right? And they're doing boat races down the beach in the sand, carrying this thing. Well, if one person lets down on this weight, right, does that weight just disappear?
It's tossed around to other folks.
That's right. But what if you had a group of guys, you know, pushing as hard as they can, you know, like carrying more than their load? It makes lighter for the rest of them. But if you had a whole team doing that, you know, it equaled the weight, but they're going to win. And guess who wants to race again? The winners, right? They're like, yeah, we'll do it again. Let's go. We're awesome. You know? So like, you know, you think of like coming to work every morning, and the whole team is trying to outdo each other on how awesome they are. And it's like, you know, I want to work with Cornelius tomorrow. I can't wait to get there. I'm gonna hook him up, you know, like, I'll do the dish before he even gets there. You know, like, you're like, that
make
kind
it
of
competitive
thing.
and fun.
Yeah, but you feel good about all this stuff, and then you feel good about showing up, and then you feel good about showing up for the community, and then you feel good about, you know, and it starts there. So that's that mindset, right?
All right, Bobby, what's one thing that you do daily that helps keep you grounded?
Grounded. Define grounded.
That keeps Bobby. It
Yeah.
can't be fishing.
I tried to sell that one to my wife, but yeah, no, it is fishing. But no, I love fishing, by the way.
We can do a whole podcast just on fishing.
Oh man, yeah, I've practiced fishing. How psycho
at
is
home?
that?
At home you do?
Yeah,
Like casting?
casting on my neighbor's pond.
Wow. You're
Yeah, I love it. But
The art of
you
fishing.
You want to be good. You want to be good. You got to put in the work, right?
True.
No, honestly, like, I think, you know, starting every morning off with some sort of devotional.
Okay.
And, you know, I got a group of guys I work out with,
Yeah.
And honestly, we talk. Hey, well, share whatever you want. You know what I mean? And I think that and then suffering right after that, or before. It's like, you do that, you get done, you feel good, and you've done something productive for the day. I look at military, and first thing you do is teach you to make your bed right when you get up in the morning, and all right, that you accomplish something first thing right off the bat, and that just kind of gets you going. What's a day like? But I don't make my bed. But, no.
Your wife's probably like, you're full of crap.
I get up.
I'm right there with you, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, but no. So what do I do? Yeah, I do a devotional and work out. Have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Chill but then suffer right after that.
I remember one of the first workouts Corn had with you. He came home and I was like, how was it? He was like, it was great. I was like, oh wow. Why? Tell me about it. He's like, because we suffered. And I remember hearing that and I scared me. I was like, what do you mean you suffered? What are you guys doing? That sounds so intense. Yeah. And as he kind of explained it and talked about it, I was like, I want to suffer with you guys.
Totally.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
When I heard the word suffer, I had a negative, very negative, thoughts behind it and attached to it, trauma almost came to me.
Yeah.
And realizing how you have to have suffering in order to grow, in order to change, to get better.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want that. Give me a little piece of that.
And it's addicting.
Yes. No, it is 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. My business partner accuses me of making stuff harder than it needs to be.
Let's talk about that though, because that's something that I experienced personally.
Yeah.
Was we talked about scaling the intensity of suffering, right? And how suffering and hardship and adversity and perseverance are all great qualities. But you still have to stay in control of them and make sure that you're not just, satisfying your own selfish desires of accomplishing hard things. So how do you monitor your suffering intensity level, right? How do you find that balance between, staying even keel, sustainable, but still being that adversity overcoming person that you are?
By understanding my why I exist, right? Because everything leads back to there, right? It's not to look good on the beach because I never take my shirt off, but it's because I want to feel good so I can feel good for other people. So I'm not this. My thing is if I'm too comfortable, I'm uncomfortable. You asked me what makes me nervous early. Is being too comfortable.
Why?
I don't know, because I feel like something bad's gonna come. I don't know what it is. It's like, I have too much time with my mind. Too much time, playing the what if game, or if this could happen, I'm thinking too much. I have to solve that anxiety by going out and being productive, and by, I think anxiety is one of those things. It's a tool. It tells me get my ass to work. Go do something. Do something productive. It's telling me that. And if I'm just sitting there going
fidgeting,
yeah. So I mean, that's me personally, right? But and that gets rid of it. Yeah, I'm far more comfortable in chaos.
Yeah. Hey, preach.
And pressure too.
Pressure.
Just feeling that. It's
100%.
You at first you kind of think you want to get out of that. Yeah. It's I want to work really hard so that I can relax and feel comfortable. And it's no, that pressure is actually what create that's what makes the warrior. Totally. That's the drug.
Yeah,
it's that pressure.
Yeah. It's
kind of addicting.
Do you think you'll be pressurized like that until your last breath? Do you think you'll ever change?
Oh yeah, I think you can answer that question. I think that's why you asked it.
Hey, it's it's the last breath where you're staying pressurized.
I've learned to control it. My close friends would, because it's I'd push through physical pain before when, whether it was my knee, right, or my wrist or whatever, and I'd just keep going. What happened? Oh, I'm fine. Can you play? Yep, I can play. And now it's all right, there's a difference between, pain and pain, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so like now I've learned to, all right, don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that you like suffering, but then you also love fishing. How, like, I feel like fishing, there's a lot of time to like sit and think.
I like casting. Let's get this clear.
Okay.
I'm not sitting on the boat with my line in the water waiting. It's like I want to cast at things, and like, you know, I could drive guides nuts by I want to move. I want to do something. I want to perfect my cast. I want to, you know, practice. And
what makes a good cast?
Wow.
Is that-
Oh, that's a deep question. but understanding it and you know, not forcing it, and timing and patience and understanding what you're trying to do, you know, like what way to rod, like so much hand positions. Yeah. And so when it happens, I'm prepared, you know.
Okay.
And casting is not fishing. It gives you a better crack at it, but it's like there's so many other techniques too. And so going to all these places and catching different species, and it's been awesome. And we're talking about fly fishing, which is, you know, it's a little different. So I'm not just sitting there trolling or anything like that.
That makes way more sense.
Not saying that that's good or bad. I'm
Your preference.
I want to throw at stuff.
Okay, yeah, I can't really see you sitting for a long period of time, just like sitting with.
I know. I'm sitting here fidgeting right now. I can't stop moving.
How has fishing, like applying pressure into the skill of fishing, helped you like alleviate pressure from other parts of your life? Because that's something that you and I talked about. Is like, you know, we got 3 young kids, we got a growing business, evolving careers, so like everything feels pressurized. So it's
a marriage.
Got a marriage in there too. So it's like, you know, it's a lot of pressure, right? And it sounds like the stage you are as far as entrepreneurship, business ownership, age of kids, marriage. Like, are you still able to exercise that suffering, quote unquote, or that building or innovating or that mental tunnel into fishing, so you can take pressure off other mature areas of your life?
Yeah. I think, that gets back to learning the hard way. And I've seen the results so many times of so many things, right? I mean, I'm 51 now. That pretty soon it's not pressure. It's just not. You either do it or you don't. It's, you know, I go back to the old phrase. It's like eating an elephant, right? It's just, I just got to take a bite and not worry about the elephant, right? Just one bite at a time. And like I said, what I do right now, you know, I got to start this project. I got to just do something right now, you know, keep in motion,
build a barn,
whether it's a fight at home or, you know, the family, and just stay calm. Like what good is, time's going to move on and the result's going to happen, whether you do something or you don't. So I would rather do something because I know it's going to give me a better chance for a better result, than I would just sit there and worry about it. I just don't worry about it.
When did that change for you, from that pressure?
Yeah, understanding that there's going to be, you know, you think of a game, you know, football, right? And there's a lot of pressure, and you could either let it control you and not, you know, get tense and worry, and that's not helping. Or you could just go, well, the game's going to happen. Time's going to happen. It's going to get over. I might as well just try my best right now. Just work hard. That's just work hard. Whatever set, but I've never set a goal in my life, dude.
Bobby, how have you got this far in life, having kids, marriage, and business with no goal setting?
I've just given 100% to whatever's set before me, right?
I feel that.
The opportunity that's set before me, I'm gonna give it 100%.
I'm the same way. So that's why I'm laughing, because I've never set a goal ever.
Well, I you know, not that I haven't tried to make a plan, but it's always like I've failed at it every time. And like stuff changes. The world's not stagnant, right? Everything changes. Our situations, the economy, I didn't see myself in coffee. I saw myself, you know, logging. And then opportunities fell before me, you know, my accident to, I didn't know that was going to happen, but the worst thing that's ever happened to me, right? I woke up from that and it's like, okay, well, what else you got? You know, let's go see what else is out there. And so I moved up north and lived in a tractor shed and had 2 jobs. I was a hod carrier and I worked on a maintenance crew at a golf course and, gave those 100%. I loved all that, and then had the opportunity to go to college and, play golf. And I did that and came out, went into finance, it's like, did that. And then anyway, you just took a bite, but give every bite 100%. You know what I mean? And then it just led me to my buddy started a big coffee company and I got the opportunity to be part of that. So I gave that 100%.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, dude, none of that was planned.
Yeah.
I just gave 100%. That's all I knew how to do is work growing up though, so yeah, like whether it's a social studies quiz or, a math quiz, it's like, just give them all 100%. If it's hard, you don't like it, do it. That makes even more sense, right? Be really good at what you don't like to do.
It's a bar.
Yeah, you're preaching now.
Yeah.
How has your spirituality or your relationship with faith been a part of this journey of navigating 100%, the 1%, marriage, parent, business, who you are to your core, fishing?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I have my own, personal relationship and, with God. And I learned that the hard way, back to the accident, like I woke from that and go, okay, well, I guess there is something more. But I've always kind of, kept at the forefront of who I am without, Yeah,
so you let your faith work through you.
Sure.
Execute,
Yeah, I believe it, but it's like I'm friends with everybody.
Yeah. How important is that, having that diverse approach to your social network, friend group, the people you interact with? Why does everyone have a voice in your world?
I don't know. I find people interesting, man. I do. It's like, I know billionaires and I know,
non-billionaires.
Yeah, let's just say that. Yeah. I shouldn't.
And everything in between.
That sounds bad, but like, yeah. And like people are people, man, and they're all interesting. Like people always, hey, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm just listening. Right. I like to sit back and listen to. Like if I'm in a crowded room, I'm quiet. And I just sit back and listen to people, and I find it interesting. Why are they saying that?
Curious.
Just curious. Like, tell me more.
Yeah. I feel like something we both share is curiosity for life and for people.
Yeah.
And for how things work and why.
Yeah.
And when.
Yeah.
It drives Hannah crazy. I'm so curious.
Yeah. Character is funny. A funny thing, dude. I like to know people's character. Like I just do.
Yeah. No, I would say you both have that in common. You both are very curious, but then you also both have this energy around you that draws people in. So you get a lot of people around you that want to be around you, and then you just sit back and listen and ask the questions.
Yeah. I like asking questions. For me, when I ask questions, I understand more. Like, I'm not good at sitting there like reading books. I like talking to people and like hearing why are they in the position they're in, how they get there, who helped them, what skills they learn, like what knowledge have they gained on their path. Like, I just feel like at the end of the day, we're on these individual journeys. So it's like, if I'm curious about someone else's journey, then they can give me a little golden nugget. Yeah. So I can put in my backpack in my journey, and down the road I'll use that nugget to like help me understand something when I cross that. You apply things really well, like to your life. It's awesome. Yeah, and I appreciate sitting here. It's like, dang, like it's funny because I'm still thinking back to like how the first time we got connected, and I think
I was just thinking that
COVID.
Yes.
Were you talking at Westside, or was there a story about you at Westside?
Steve Mickle got a quote from a thing that I wrote on Thump Instagram that was about like our archetype citizenship is like, during times like these, just ask yourself what you can do. What are your skills to make the community a better place in these rough times? Like, what can you do? What are your skill sets, right? and how can you make the community better instead of sit back and you know, during this time, you know, and you, and so, you know, I think I said a quote where a good citizen, you know, makes its community a better place, and a bad citizen takes from the table. Right. And you reached out to Thump, and
on
you
Instagram.
on Instagram, and go, dude, I got this workout facility. Thump people can have free, you know, like I'll work them out. That's what I could do. I'm gonna give that. That was awesome, dude. I was like, wow, like, but that's the thing, right? And you reach out to me, and you make the world a better place, and you give this opportunity to my staff, and that charges them, and they turn around and charge other people. It's awesome, man. I mean, how awesome was that? And then we sat down and had coffee and talked about it. Outside of Thump.
Now that was special. I remember that time. I remember COVID was so weird. Like, obviously it was weird. Period, having like a global epidemic. But I remember I was so like lost in who I was at the time. You know, coming off retirement football, just moved to some beautiful place, bought a business. I had no idea what business meant or community meant as far as like a place. But then I remember hearing that, and I was like, whatever this guy is talking about, I need to know more about it. Like, he is somebody not talking about mass, not talking about nonsense, but talking about how can we help somebody. Like, something very basic.
Yeah.
In a world where I feel like we're getting, you know, isolated and putting stiff arms up, people keep stay away from me. Like, you were somebody that was trying to help this place become better through the people. And I was so just drawn to that I was like, I need to learn more about who he is. This Thump Coffee place, like what is a Thump? You know, exactly.
I don't know.
But looking back, like, and seeing, you know, 5.5 years later, just the conversation we had and the interview we shared. I don't know how many cups of coffee we've had at Thump, but
a lot.
How was your Americano so strong, by the way? That thing be boosting me up.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's been an awesome journey, man. I mean, you're one of my favorite people for sure. But like, and to you, it's like, what I find so interesting is how you know, question yourself. You ask yourself these questions, right? What can I do? How do I, and you're so ready to absorb everything. Like, that's what I'm going to do. And you do it. I mean, it's like, you do it, you put action to it, which is huge. It's back to, you know, how the pressure. And now you get results, right? And so, you know, that's the suffering thing comes to mind.
Yep. Hands over, look at me, because I just had a day of suffering yesterday. I was working, like 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Some dad breaks, husband breaks in between, but
Cornelius, he's a doer. He does it. He envisioned this sitting down. He's like, I want to sit down and podcast with Bobby Grover, and it happened. You know, it's like, here we are. It's pretty amazing, and it is very like powerful to watch him do that, and everything that he does have some crazy ideas that don't end up not coming to fruition, but for the most part, it's taking that action step, and it's doing. So many people they have these ideas, these dreams, and they wait for someone else to take action. Yes. And Corn's like, why not me? Why not us? Why not? And I'm like, all right, here we go.
Let's go. Yeah, no, it's awesome. You know, sharing your birthday and throwing a whole block party where you literally work out the whole town, right? That whole block party, that was your birthday, and you taught class. You gave your birthday to the community. It was awesome, and everybody showed up, and everybody showed up on your birthday, and that was so cool. I was like, you served the community on your birthday.
Yeah,
that's wild. That's where, like, you know, it's funny because all this, I'm a very selfish person. Like, everything I do is for selfish reasons of the betterment of the place that I'm in. Like, you know, I had parents who love the people around them, and so I saw that love firsthand. And specifically my dad, like, he would go to my high school when I was in junior high, start working at the high school, and would learn the teachers, principal, security guard, crosswalk person, and he would create these safe spaces for us. And like, having kids now, it's like, what can I do as a dad to create safe spaces for my kids to live and grow? And all this stuff that I'm doing, lifting the city, having a business, it's like I want to show my kids that anything is possible if they put their mind to it and they suffer to the right degree, and that they're going to grow up with so much love around them that they can't even understand it.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to go to Thump and, like, say hi to Liz and say, where's Bobby at? You know, and talk their little, grab their little smoothies and go for their desk to get their cookie. You know, like, I want to do all these things so, like, my kids can have a safe place. And living in Bend where, you know, not a lot of black people. If you haven't been to Bend, y'all know that. But, you know, I have interracial kids. And it's like, I want to do what I can do to help lift this city and make the city the safe space for as many people as possible. And especially these kids. So, like, you know, that block party, like, that was just me testing out to see if I can throw an event. You know, like, we put that together in 3 weeks. My team looked at me like, what the are we doing? They're all stressing out. I'm like, hey, listen, it's going to be all right. And
that was a lot of people, dude, in your gym.
I know. It was fun.
I was like, whoa, you're bumping into people. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So sweaty.
Yeah, it was hot in there. I was sweating. But just that chaos, like, you know, I take this beautiful chaos that comes to my brain and put it to my team, my wife, through our gym, through our systems, through my ability to do. Let's see what can happen. Let's dream. Let's cook. Let's figure something out.
I would be afraid to do that. To throw
Would
that
you?
block party. Yeah.
Why?
I'd be like, what if people don't come? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, but I mean, it sounds funny, but it takes courage and it takes, like, you know, you doing it, getting out. How am I going to advertise that? What am I going to, you know, like, but you did it, and all these people showed up and jumped in the cold plunge. I mean, yeah, everything, man. It was awesome.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
You think you would scared to do that? I think you could do that. You could easily do that. Dude, you have one of the best premier hangout facilities in the city.
Yeah. I guess you could say music nights are
exactly. Pizza nights
are cool, but that's not like, you know, it's not 100 people working out in my gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you did this day and it ran seamlessly is what I saw anyway. Like, it was just like, what's he gonna do? How are you gonna make, you know, like, stations and what? It was awesome.
Cornelius is very confident. That's something he has going for him. He like, leading up to the block party, he's like, this is going to be the best party. Like, that's how he goes into everything. It's like, this is the best. Like,
that's all I know.
Like, I'm gonna offer the best. Like, he just
crushed.
Yeah. And he does it.
That's awesome.
Like you said, 100%. Like, we had this model in high school called 103, and it was, we give 103% effort, and just like the 3 degrees of separation, and like, that's been wired in me to, like, I can't do anything just average.
No,
I don't know how to spell average.
Yeah,
and I just don't even know how to, like, I just know how to attack and, like, go with something as hard as I physically can within reason, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's something I've had to learn how to channel. Yeah, my brother's trying to get me to golf, and I, like, don't want to golf yet because I know I'll dedicate like 4 hours a day every day.
Oh, for sure.
Till I, like, get it.
That is a time suck.
Yeah, it's like I don't have that ability.
Do you golf? Are you a golfer? Yeah,
I've played my whole life. Yeah,
you have. Oh yeah, because you did in college. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but again, you know, like, I took a long time off of it because, you know, you get to a certain level and to stay there, you have to practice every day. And I know it's going to take 100%. And so it was hard for me back to, like, monitoring this thing is that I do things now. I'm able to do things now that I can just go. But when I play now, I don't keep score.
Really? Why?
No, because I just, like, I want to hit.
Okay.
I want to crush a driver off every tee. You know what I mean? I'll keep track of my birdies, but nothing else. Like, it's like, funny. So yeah. So I just want to do it for fun, right? I don't want to keep score and, like, you know, stress out about. Yeah. I don't want to get mad while I'm playing ever. Yeah. You know,
pissed off for greatness.
Yeah, because it's like, I can't. That's a sport where you can't, like, force your way through it. You just can't. Yeah. So, yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, I want to tee up another one and smash that one. You know, take it a mulligan.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. I don't want to practice that hard. And so I don't have to practice every day to be the best, you know. There's other things in my life that I leave that energy to. And so
casting.
Yeah, no, that's true. Croissants.
Coffee.
Coffee. Service. like give all that 100% because that matters.
Yeah, the attention to detail.
Yeah, golf doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just fun to be out there with your buddies, hitting 300-yard drives. That's a blast.
Questions from course.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Bobby, wrap this up, man. If someone's listening right now and they're feeling stuck, if they're feeling trapped, if they don't know how to elevate to the next version of themselves, if they're super concerned about money or making it, what's something that you would say to them right now to stay the course and to find themselves?
I'd tell them to reel it in. And that's not a fishing analogy.
No pun intended.
No, like there's so many opportunities immediately around you, and so many people are looking at social media, listening to podcasts and all these things and going, that's a long way away. It's looking at the whole elephant, right? But there are things immediately, that you can do. Pick up a broom, right? Let's go. Do something right now. Take one step forward. Do something right now. Immediately. You could do something today. Make your bed. Be productive today. And you'll get there. I mean, like I said, I've gone through so many things, but all I knew how to do was work, which is great. Like I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything. Yeah, there's some rough times, but I'm super thankful for that. Like that's all I knew how to do, and be productive and give things 100%. And you have opportunities right before you, and you just got to look closer, and smaller, not smaller, but that's how you get there. I mean, you can't travel to Portland right now without, covering distance to get there. So you can't just be there. You have to take the journey, right? And journey is taking one step forward. And you could do it with immediate things right around you today, right now.
That's bars. Hannah, hearing all this, you got volleyball kicking off in a couple weeks. What from this conversation are you going to take to your next platform?
All of it. No, I think just volleyball aside, one thing that I really took away from this is just smile and be kind. You don't know how much of a difference that makes in people's lives, and I really think that can not only change other people's trajectory of your day, it can change your own trajectory of your day when you smile at someone. You make eye contact, you smile, and you just choose to be kind.
Yeah.
I'm going to do more of that, just that in general. But volleyball, having a program and developing a program, there's so much that goes into it, but really having your why, that's huge. And for me as a coach, my why, and getting my girls, my team to identify their why, and then to have a community why of why. Yeah. And I think that's really going to help me as a coach be great.
Well, it also helps navigate what we've been talking about, suffering, right? And so, I mean, there's many ways I can suffer. I could headbutt the brick wall, but that does not point at my why, right? And so you really have to channel that, because it's not just any. I'm seeing suffering for the betterment of the community, for your health, for your, progression as a human.
Yeah.
And really, when that why gives you that focus to direct this energy.
100%.
We're calling it suffering, but it's just hard work, really.
Right.
It is. And it's being okay to fail. It's okay to fail. We fail all the time.
Yeah.
So, countless times.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Big guy, what you got? What are your takeaways?
To really lean on my why more. A couple months ago, I discovered my why. I love how you said Thump exists, right? Cornelius and Edison exists to faithfully impact this world through service. And that's something that has come to mind. And now I'm in the works of defining that. So I'm excited to keep taking action on that why, to leave Bend, Oregon better than I found it.
I love it, dude. That's so awesome.
And I'm excited to see training take off. I'm excited to get my cups of coffee at Thump.
Let's go.
Cook up some stuff with Bobby.
Let's go.
Figure out some ways to go into the youth space.
Mm-hmm.
Help develop the next generation of our leaders, of our workforce, of our next presidents, our next sports stars, and everything in between. I think I love living my life because I get to live a life that I love with the people I love.
Yeah.
To help people love themselves.
Yeah.
So.
Whole lot of love.
Whole lot of love.
That's awesome.
Bobby, thank you for your time.
Yep.
Thank you for your sponsorship, partnership.
Yeah. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
I'm so excited to keep this platform rolling of Art of Hustle, Lift the City season.
Yeah.
Dude,
thanks for doing this, man. It's you're like we said, you're doing it.
Doing it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. I just got a dream. I got a vision. I got people. It's all through the people for me. So it's like, if we can help bring out Bobby Grover's story and Thump, why it exists, right? Everybody go get a cup at Thump. Go experience that smile and that love.
I've experienced
energy.
it.
I know. I live it.
Yeah. It's literally from the inside out.
Yeah.
You're better. Yeah.
I think another goal of this kind of podcast moving forward is uniting business owners, leadership, city council. I think I see a gap in our city with unity as far as leaders. So there's gonna be a lot of people coming to this podcast to figure out how we can lift the city together. Art of Hustle podcast. We out.
Peace.
See ya.